This is kind of an impromptu little video showing you how I make ceviche. I haven't done a video in a while, so I thought maybe I'd better think of something to cook so I could say hello, see how everybody's doing after being in this long time quarantine and everybody trying to get used to the new normal. So it's fishing season and we have a lot of fish in this house right now. Leo has gone out and caught halibut and salmon and a lot of crab. So what I'm making today is ceviche. And I love to make ceviche. I'm making it with fresh halibut. And it's a very fresh, delicious, summertime kind of snack. I have already sliced up the halibut. It can be made like you can get shrimp or something like that and make it with shrimp. But we have an abundance of halibut right now, so I'm doing it with that. So my next step is to squeeze the lime juice into it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So the ingredients that you wanna have on hand are, of course, your fish, any kind of peppers, serranos or jalapenos, Roma tomatoes, garlic, cilantro, and clamato and ketchup. These are all the secret ingredients for the most amazing ceviche that you've ever had. So I like to get the key lime. You can get a different kind of lime if you want to, but they work well if you have one of these little squeezer things. So I just cut the tips off of them, and then I'll be squeezing them into our fish to basically cook it. I know it seems like it's raw, but look at the difference between how it looks now and then after it's been sitting in the lime juice for a little while. I like to just get my fish ready, put the lime juice in it, and then put it in the fridge while I basically make up a nice salsa to go in it. And that ends up being your ceviche. Okay, I feel pretty confident that I have enough lime juice. Do you see how it's kind of pooling? You can actually see the liquid. So it is covering up all the fish. And then I'm gonna set it in the fridge to keep it really cold while I make the rest of the salsa. Oh, I gotta get an onion and some onion. So a couple of things. You wanna always buy organic. If you can, it's really important to buy organic so that there are no pesticides or herbicides used on your food to help you avoid getting sick from those kind of things. And this is not a vegan dish, but it is a pescatarian dish. I think I've mentioned before that we do eat fish because my husband is a fisherman and we have a lot of it in the summertime. So let's go ahead and cut everything up and make a really delicious salsa. I've had a little bit of a challenge having it so that in my videos you can see the cooking part of it. And so, you know, the way it looks to me is that you can see it, and then when it's published, you aren't able to see what I'm doing. So let me know, hopefully, if you can see it. What I wanna show you is you wanna wash your vegetables and then cut the end off of your tomatoes. You don't want to just throw that away though, because there's quite a bit of tomato right there around the little stem part. So go ahead and cut that off as well. And then remember the size about that you cut your fish. You want to go ahead and do small pieces. So we have our tomatoes all cut up. Now we're going to move on to cutting up our jalapenos. But see, they're just nice little tiny bite-sized pieces. So I know you guys, if you watch my vegan nacho video, we don't always know how hot the peppers are. So I hope they're kind of hot. They're humongous. So, but that doesn't always mean anything. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them. And remember to, what I like to do is cut them around the outside, leaving the stems and the membrane in the middle. And then I just throw that out. Okay, I just throw that out with the stem. And then we're gonna cut it really tiny. I mean, this is actually smaller than the fish or the tomatoes because you don't wanna, if it is really hot, you don't wanna bite into too big of a piece. And then that way it gets more spread throughout. So, you know what, you guys, I got to thinking, I'm gonna share this with friends and family. So I'm not quite sure how hot people like things. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave half of the jalapenos out. I was getting a little carried away. And I'm gonna put these in and then make the whole thing. We'll try it and then see if we need to add some more peppers because we can always put this in something else. I have this beautiful white onion. I'm gonna try to cut that about the same size also. And I'm not quite sure how much. I did put 4 aromas in there. So, you know, you almost want as much onion as you have tomato. So I like to, can you see this? I like to mix it together at this point and see if what the ratio looks like between all of the ingredients, the onion, the peppers, and the tomato. I did like 6 slices of onion, so I think that looks really good with 4 aromas. Looks like a good amount of each. And the peppers, I'm gonna taste it again before I add any more, but it's also gonna have a lot more green in it because I'm gonna be adding cilantro that's fresh out of our garden. And now for the garlic. It's no secret that I like garlic, so I usually add like 5 or 6 cloves, and you wanna just separate them and then beat them a little bit with the end of the knife, and the peeling comes off really easily. So I chopped up 5 cloves. Hopefully it's gonna be enough. They weren't really huge, so I think it's pretty conservative actually. But in my opinion, garlic is one thing that makes it have a really great flavor. So we're getting down to, we have a lot of our ingredients in here. We have our onion, tomato, jalapeno, garlic, and now we're gonna chop up our cilantro. Then I like to take the leaves off. I don't like it when there's a lot of stem from cilantro in my food, in my Mexican food or whatever. You have to kind of go through and break these pieces off. Okay, so now I have a nice little pile of cilantro I'm gonna put in there. So I have to tell you something that's very important this month. It's my granddaughter Emma's birthday month. She's gonna be 5. So, of course, she's in Arizona and we are here, and usually we go down for her birthday, but now with COVID, I'm not gonna be able to fly down and see her for her birthday. So, hi Emma. Special shout out to Emma for her 5-year-old birthday. It's August 23rd, so we have a little ways to go in the month, but who knows? I might be doing her a birthday cake video. Okay, so in goes our cilantro, which really adds a beautiful green to our red, white, and green salsa. This is looking really good. See how the blended colors get the right amount? It's not too much white with the onion, not too red, and it has plenty of green. Because we're gonna check on our halibut. So see what I tell you, it turned all white, which means that it's cooked. Believe it or not, lime juice does cook fish. It loses that translucent color, you know, look to it, and it gets nice and white. So we're gonna blend it together with our salsa, and then we're going to add some of our flavored ingredients. And I like to put salt in my salsa. Okay people, this is the real deal. Some beautiful ceviche. Now we're gonna get ready to flavor it up. Some clamato. and ketchup. And then I just keep adding it until I think that it tastes right. So I'm gonna put this in here and then I'm gonna taste it. It tastes amazing. It's really good with saltines. I know that sounds kind of like ordinary, but it's good with saltines. And of course, tortilla chips is another great way to serve it. So I hope you enjoy it.